and Trent, MegaMogwai here, and I got yet another Legends of Runeterra for you guys. Today, we keep on going, as today we're going to showcase Lucian's new wife. As I'm afraid to say that Lucian has left SENNA for Evelyn. Or perhaps I'd say domination. You know, you may not like to hear this, but Lucian loves getting dominated, man. He's one of those guys, man. He really likes the idea of losing power to a beautiful red-eyed black things coming out of her eyeballs woman. As she domination actually fits really well with Lucian, because not only she's buffing the 1-cost allies, but she's also granting Lucian +1 attack. So what we have here, ladies and gentlemen, is a Lucian Evelyn deck with Dawn speakers. What we're trying to do is we're trying to spread out our board, grow it up through husks and Dawn speaker combinations, and then level up Lucian. Now, I played this deck quite a bit, and I've learned you know, more and more throughout my games which sort of approaches work best for it and which don't. So I say this because I was kind of like playing the deck incorrectly for a while, as there's some important things to note with Lucian and when he should ideally be developed onto the board. Even though he's a 1-drop, you very rarely develop Lucian on turn 1, if ever, because you want to be able to give him husks and enhance his stat line so he's not as much of a glass cannon, right? Lucian works really well with Evelyn because Lucian level ups by seeing 4 or more allies die, and these allies include husks. So husks die all the time, and husks die very easily. So if we set up a few summons after Lucian, we're going to be able to level him up, and then from that point onwards, not only do we have, like, we don't even have to resort to one of our units dying in combat, because the opponent can navigate around that potentially for him to rally. We can actually just play another unit on top of a husk and then go for another attack again. It's extremely powerful. And the thing about Lucian is that there's multiple ways in this deck to enhance his stat line, right? And that really matters with his double attack. First of all, like I mentioned with domination, we give him +1 attack. We grant it, right? But then we have the Dawn speakers. The Dawn speakers say that at round end, you grant other allies +1/+1 if an ally died this round. A requirement that's extremely easy for us to meet. But there's more. There is more for to buff Lucian here. We have a lure, which grants husk +1. So we can stack up stats on these husks, and then they translate over to Lucian. And what is a 1-drop Lucian can become really big out of nowhere. The ideal moment to play Lucian in this deck is turn 5 after you develop Evelyn. Because with Evelyn, the turn she goes down, if she eats a husk and she levels, then you will end up with 2 husks at the end of your turn. If you have domination and or Duran sculpture, these husks are getting boosted even further. Then Lucian goes down on turn 5, eats up 2 husks, which already leads you to 50% of his level up requirement. And imagine if you have a Duran sculpture and a domination on board. That means each of these husks is 1/2 in stat line, which means that when Lucian goes down, he's going to have a total of 4 attack. Well, with domination 5 actually. And how much health? Because he gets 1 from the Duran sculpture, so 2, so he's going to be like a 5/6 or something, which is insane, right? Because a 5/6 Lucian is terrifying because of 6/7 when he levels. And that is just really scary for the opponent. We have combat tricks from Demacia in Gentleman's Duel and Riposte. We resort to Gentleman's Duel because the +2 health, given that our units are not the most resilient, especially in the early stages of the setup, it's important for us to be able to strike something at fast speed, but potentially preserve the unit that we're striking with. Riposte is amazing in this meta, still very underrated, really good into the Demacia decks, especially into challengers. Can really allow you to turn around a trade in combat, and that can be very devastating for the opponent. Can also be used to buff Lucian's power by 3, which with the double attack can be nuts. We're playing STEEM, because STEEM can allow us to interact with the opposing board with we're a very unit-centric deck, right? And we don't have the most interaction, even though we have a full set of Hate Spike and we can count in Evelyn's signature spell as well. Steam really helps us interact with the opposing board by including Lucian, because Lucian is a 1-cost ally. We're going to be able to grant the strongest enemy vulnerable, and that way we can deal with certain threats. We're playing Vanguard Sergeant, because Vanguard Sergeant is another 3-cost that can give us a 4 Demacia, and the reason why we have a high density of 3-cost and 2 drops, we have a total of 9 2 drops and a total of I believe 8 3 drops, is because we're playing the Scrutinizing Sergeant. This card is amazing in this deck. For 5 mana, we get a 3/3 that on play says pick a unit from the top 5 cards of your deck that costs 3 or less. That's essentially half of our deck, the way the deck is designed. Half of it is essentially gonna be, something that the Scrutinizing Sergeant can summon. And then you summon it and place the rest into your deck. Some very key details from this. If you play the Scrutinizing Sergeant, let's say we are in the same situation that I mentioned before, where we play Evelyn on turn 4 and we end up with 2 husks, right? Turn 5, we drop the Scrutinizing Sergeant and we find Lucian. Not only do we get to summon Lucian from our deck, Lucian summoning resolves before the husks die. So when Lucian goes onto the board, he sees the husk die, and therefore you get to progress his level of requirement. That's amazing. We can use it to fish for stuff like Dawn Speakers, for example, right? And really helps us just essentially fill up our board and maximize our stat value, as that's what this deck is about ultimately. It's a beatdown deck with a lot of setup, but oh boys, there are a lot to gain. Eris is a card that's really good in this deck because as an elusive unit, we can continue to buffer and buffer and buffer, and you can generate more and more husks alongside Evelyn, and the value is never ending. And of course, we got good combat tricks like Form Up, which can be used onto the husk for a permanent boost. In case you're wondering, if you apply Form Up onto a husk and then you play a unit and eat that husk, those stats are permanent, which is important to note. And yeah, I think I went pretty much over the entire deck. It's pretty straightforward in that sense. Set up, spread out, build up your board, grow it, grow it, grow it, rally, 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 win. That's this deck in a nutshell. When it comes to mulligans, never mulligan away Evelyn. In fact, if you have 2 Evelyns in your opening hand, keep them both, because Evelyn is just a broken card, which is to be expected from such a limited Runeterra champion. Like, her card pool is extremely narrow, but that gives the developers a reason to make this card really stupid, and you just keep her. You keep her because the second Evelyn becomes her signature spell, which is actually broken. The Last Caress stops all enemy spells targeting Evelyn, and on top of that, she strikes an enemy. So this card is just busted. So you actually keep both Evelyns if you have. You don't really mulligan away Evelyns unless you're facing it like an aggro deck. You still keep Evelyn, at least as a one-off, but you try to find your earlier plays as well. Naturally, you always also keep Lucian as well, and you try to find the proper setup with the husks. Always mulligan away the Dawn Speakers. Do not keep the Dawn Speakers in your opening hand. You're not going to be playing this card on curve pretty much ever. You're going to be prioritizing the other cards and setting up the board so that then you can drop the Dawn Speakers later. So always mulligan this away from your opener, and make sure you can work for your 2 drops, and the rest is pretty self-explanatory, right? When it comes to the mulligan, get rid of the heavy stuff, prioritize the husks and the champions, and you'll be good to go. And I'm going to stop rambling here. Thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for daily Legends of Runeterra content. Hope you enjoy today's games. They're pretty good. A little bit biased, but just a little. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. There's no way Ares is going to pop off in this matchup. Duran Sculptor we could try to make work, if we can find a way to protect her. Like, if I play you now, you're just gonna get a Mystic Shot.
Ain't no shadows in here, friend.
May Janna's will be done through me.
to get carried away.
Hear me, you are not alone.
Does it hurt?
I'm gonna clear the fearsome blocker.
Yes, I bite.
I'm gonna make use of the fearsome on Evelyn here. And let's hope for no like caustic riff. Certainly that would never happen, right? Because I would love to play a Duran sculpture with all this beef. Are thou shitting me? No, 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 no. Oh my god, why? Why do you do this? Okay, have they drawn they've drawn like 3 cards. Have they drawn a Mystic Shot? Because it would knock this out.
Every work demands a piece of ourselves.
Maybe I should have let off with domination into this. Because the longer I preserve this, the better.
I see my will made manifest.
Okay, I think they're aiming to kill it.
Your wind makes my burdens lighter.
Oh, my sweet. I do love watching you work. So do my victims. At least at the start.
But domination and Duran sculpture is gonna make these husks very strong, and they're gonna prioritize domination, which I don't think they should. I think you're disrespecting the sculpture's authority. We take the hit, it's fine. This Iris, this Aris.
Storm unrelenting.
Quick attack Aris or quick attack you, probably better, and then no, because we need to.
A little reinforcement at the seams.
Playtime. I love it when they scream.
Cast aside fear. I am with you. Your wickedness shall not prosper.
Yes.
Is it time?
Is it time, Jana?
Discipline and steel.
A little reinforcement at the seams.
We're gonna play the Vanguard Sergeant. Now we have a 4 Demacia that we can use to push here. And Iris is dead.
My tempest shall punish the wicked.
Some 07s for Iris. Iris.
That's it.
Now that's a bit better.
The zephyr heralds the squall.
Ah, there you are, my boy. There you are. Better late than never. Oh, what a dick.
Needs polish.
Where's your lively better half, love?
Waiting on her meal, ma'am. Best get to it.
Where's your lively better half, love?
Waiting on her meal, ma'am. Best get to it.
Bro, I'm getting like the same keywords again and again.
Words move hearts and armies.
And now because Evelyn's on the left, she'll proc first, and then this will proc after.
Did not fall in vain.
Storm unrelenting.
For Demacia!
My wind is at your back. Go.
There!
In you, I see my will made manifest. Jana, your wind makes my burdens lighter.
Ah, please.
I love it. I want more.
Okay, I'll look into that later because I'm a little bit confused. All right. I think we do a full mulligan here. Even with the Gentleman's Duel, we need to try to establish a board first. Also, you can read over 500 wish cards from the community already. I don't. Okay, not trying to sound like an asshole here, but I have better things to do than read 500. Like, okay.
Every work demands a piece of ourselves.
Plenty of fire to go around.
A little reinforcement at the seams.
There he is.
Tough day, friend?
I like Evelyn a lot here.
I'm always ready to play. Ooh, another plaything.
Making sure both of the formidables are as weak as they can be so that I'm not vulnerable to like a Gentleman's Duel. Now I am.
Scream
Oh,
for
no,
me.
not yet.
Let's keep going.
Don't get in my way. Looking grim.
Time to read. Harder. Okay.
Words move hearts and armies.
That was hot. Back on the prowl. Ever been flayed? Playtime.
We're gonna need more coffins.
I got quick attack, boy. How about we get it?
Burn away the shadows.
How about we get it? That's why I added this card, guys. I can fish Lucian, I can fish the Dawn Speakers. Like this card is insane for this deck.
Our allies did not fall in vain.
No, they didn't. Oh, we can't for the monster this turn. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. We attack first. Ask questions later.
I know a place.
I'm the tempo deck, bitch. They actually can't block my Lucian because he has fearsome. No, you haven't. It's alright, my boy. It's alright, my boy. Because we got round 2. Maybe we go domination into you, though. No, we're gonna finish this game. What are we talking about? Like, they're at 3 health. They got 7 mana. Scrutinizing Sergeant is just game over. What are you gonna recall? My 1-drop?
In the name of the fallen!
The name of the fallen! Booyah.
Put to rest.
Yeah. Considering the matchup, I don't want to... I'm not going to rush this. I don't want to play my sculpture into removal.
There was a little fella asking for me.
All right, let's get to work.
Runaway bike!
Don't get in my way.
They grow up so fast.
I wanted to use Lucian to bait the first Mystic shot, so now I can do this.
You are nothing. Worthless.
Now that's a bit better.
That is a bit better indeed. Oh my god, that's better than anything I could hope for. Okay, it's a Lucian game.
There's a chill in the air.
A little.
This is mercy.
Oh, nice.
Pay dirt!
Kneel.
How about we live a little?
Now that's a bit better. A little reinforcement at the seams.
Do I go double Dawn speakers or do I think I do this.
Now that's a bit better. A slight adjustment.
We're gonna need more coffins.
Don't waste my time.
Now that's a bit better.
Oh, if mushrooms could talk. Oh, whoops, am I right?
They're all welcome.
Walk.
Burn away the shadows.
Oh no.
I have something very special planned.
Oh, beautiful.
And stay dead.
Yeah. Just follow your heart, man. If it ain't broken, don't fix it. This hand is just very, very flexible. With Evelyn. Very nice.
2, 3, 4. I'll scout ahead. Sting.
And because of the matchup, like, we're vulnerable to pings,
All right, let's get to work.
but there's no mystic shots or anything. So I think this Duran sculpture, unless they have to have like double fucking pie toss, I think it's safe. I have all these spells, but the way the curve works out, I kind of can't resort to them until turn 5. Unless we get a Solter here.
Armed and ready.
Ares is also nice. Ares is very nice. I think I may like him more than you.
Now that's a bit better.
Because that gives me the ability to, like, that gives me the 2 mana that I really want.
Giant snakes, nature's so cool. Signing off.
I mean, at this point, it's like, it's kind of like, fine, play all your shit. You're running low on cards, and my Evelyn's gonna stop a lot of it.
Comb my mustache.
I should stamp you out like the insect you are.
Challenger Evelyn. Oh, baby.
A slight adjustment.
You guys ready for Thick Evelyn? Thick Evelyn. Hashtag Thick Evelyn. Thick Evelyn.
I'm always ready to play. My, who happened to you? Mind if I slip into something a little more painful?
Come at me, bro.
Reporting in.
They're coming.
Shut up and scream.
Need repairs?
Kneel.
A new species. Enough for everyone.
That was hot. Don't waste my time. I want more. This is my domain, Steam. Leave.
Nah, think I'll
Nah, think I'll stay.
Now that's a bit better.
Playtime. Impress me.
So Steam here applies quite a bit of pressure. They're running low on cards. I am a little bit concerned about Teemo, but having the Evelyn strike spell here makes me feel better.
sink or scream.
just don't know who Timo is, who Nico is, so. Guess that's not Nico.
I did my best.
Well, fuck you for trying, Timo. Idiot. Bird. Out of these, none of them can be Nico, so.
Scream for me.
Get that
Don't
regeneration.
waste my time. Back on the prowl.
Back to the thickness. And we got a unit, a perfect unit, perfect draw. And by the way, if you guys don't know, I play tested this. If I picked Lucian with these husks, Lucian will summon before they die, so he'll see them die. Which is pretty stonks, IMO. What the fuck is that shit? Okay. Look at this.
Impress me. Lights out.
A little reinforcement at the seams.
You see? Halfway there.
I love field work.
Yo, this is fucked up. Deck Hunter created this. Okay, I need to have stuff die.
Crawl.
You and you
Stay
die.
still.
That levels up. That levels up you.
Time to die.
You're all mine. Go ahead. Scare me. Two deaths. We're gonna need more coffins.
Yeah, they were muted. Maybe they're like GGing. I don't know.
That's it. I love it. I want more.